Cool. All right. Here we are. We are live. Welcome. I am so glad that you guys are joining us. If you're watching the recording or joining live, I am really excited to get to introduce you today to Ben and Xavier. Xavier. I'm getting a nod from the gallery over here. My French is not the best, but I'm really excited to have these guys on, and they are going to share with us a little bit about Koala and the amazing tool that it is for teachers. So without further ado, I'll bring you guys up. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, guys. Good to see you. So if you don't mind, would you just take a second, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the Koala backstory.
You want to start, Ben?
Sure. Okay. Sounds good.
Wait, Ben, I think your mic is not properly connected.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All right. So in the meantime, I'll get started then while Ben takes care of that. So hello, everyone. I'm Xavier, and Ben and I are the co-founders of Koala. I'm French initially, as you can hear from my heavy accent, but we live in California, and we're really happy to be here. Thank you, Melissa.
Awesome. So glad to have you. And Ben?
Yeah. Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Much better.
Okay.
Much better.
Cool. Yeah. People often refer to me as the Koala tech guy.
Why is that?
Because I'm the one who basically, I with other people, obviously, we build the product, but we also jump into people's classrooms and help debugging things and fixing the problem with the students. And oftentimes I end up helping with things that have nothing to do with Koala. But
one thing leads to another, and Ben ends up updating the
Windows
or something. Updating Windows on the computer of the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I'm also half French, but I'm also half American. My parents are in education, and it's my passion. I guess like my two passions are computer science and education. So,
boom, perfect combination here. Well, that's awesome. Okay, well, a lot of teachers have probably heard of Koala before, but if not, could you give us just a tiny backstory on kind of why this? We've got all these other tools. We've all Zoomed our hearts out for the past few years. Why Koala? Why is this the tool to be using with our students?
Sure. Should I take it, Zev?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
He's going to show you that he's more than a tech guy. He has a pitch.
Well, this is totally improv. So, I think Koala comes from a place of Xavier and I both having been frustrated as we were growing up and going through school and struggling. I mean, I personally struggled for a long time until I had a click in my mind. And the click on my mind was when I realized that I wanted to code my own video game. And in order to code, I had to actually learn math, physics, and all the things that school was actually teaching me already.
Yeah.
So Xavier and I got together a little while back now, a couple of years, and we figured we wanted to create that spark in kids' minds. That's where it all came from. So the approach, our philosophy has always been, how do we make education and learning fun?
Mm-hmm.
How do we make it engaging and immersive and fun? I think that's one of the axes that we're interested in. The other one is we also feel very, very strongly about how unfair it is that teachers basically have to struggle, especially in this country, in the US. It's extremely difficult to be successful as a teacher.
Mm-hmm. And you're speaking financially. I mean,
mostly financially.
All the teachers
absolutely
know what you're talking about already, but let's just throw that out there. I mean, making a buck.
Making a living, I mean, especially like in California where we live, it's very difficult. And we're especially affected by this because my parents are both teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what it is, and I know how hard it is, and I feel very strongly about making them successful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. Well, that's really cool. And again, my background is K-12 foreign language education, and so getting my master's in that, but early in the early 2000s, and everything was just, this is going to come eventually. We're going to have these language games where we can be immersed. And, the gold standard is going and living in another country to learn that other language. However, it's here. You guys have allowed the teacher to step into that rather than kind of cutting the teacher out and just saying, only the kids who get to travel abroad will have this experience. So I love that. And the tool that you've created is not just an amazing classroom. It's not just an amazing kind of way to set up your classes. It's also got all the business tools too. So I would love if you would just kind of give us the highlights in terms of kind of the ways that teachers can use this to be financially successful. I think that would be really helpful to hear. And then I would love to hear kind of what you're excited about. And feel free to share your screen whenever, just holler and we'll make that happen. But so yeah, if you want to take that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so our mission is to help teachers become financially successful, and we think that Koala Go will help you get there. Koala Go has a few pieces that may be relevant to you or not relevant. So we'll try to show you quickly at least a couple elements of Koala Go that may be good for you or not.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. A lot of teachers will find something that they need and something that they won't. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. For instance, our invoicing system may be really good for you if you're in a certain situation, but you may find cheaper option elsewhere if you are in another situation, and we encourage you to look for those. The main value of Koala Go and why we won several awards, and teachers who get a taste of Koala Go for the most part never go away, is that it's really kid friendly. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of awesome classroom tools out there, a lot of awesome interactive whiteboards and screen sharing, etc. We have that, but we took it further and we made it much more fun. And we're going to show you today what I mean by that.
If I put my business hat, because obviously for teachers, there's the business aspect, why is that beneficial to me? Mm-hmm. I would say one of the biggest pain points when you're a remote teacher, especially when you teach online, is to not only obviously keep your kids engaged, but have them excited to come next time, because that gives you job security in a way. If kids are just excited, and obviously, you're all fantastic teachers already, as is, but sometimes it's hard to really convey that remotely, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think Koala really, really, really helps you with that. Absolutely. Retention.
Yeah, no, and retention is huge. I just went through this kind of wave where two of my students were like, hey, we're going to middle school, the famous middle school excuse of hey, we're going to middle school. We need to prepare for exams. We need to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. Go for it. But what am I going to do with these spots? And so there's this moment where you just want to avoid that whenever possible.
Absolutely.
So I love that this is something. And I have a lot of friends who teach on Koala. And the thing that they love is that their students are really excited about it. And so that's something that I'm really excited for you to show us. So feel free, go for it.
Absolutely. Okay, I can share my screen. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me present. I'm going to share my entire screen, I guess. I don't have an option, so I'll just do that. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, there you go.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to jump right into my classroom. We're going to skip a lot of steps that I usually show. You just sign in.
Just for those of you who want to join Koala Go, just go to teachwithkoala.com. Mm-hmm. And maybe Melissa, I don't know if you have access to the chat, but it's teachwithkoala.com, and then click on Open Koala Go.
Yeah. So Koala comes with a certain number of tools. Maybe I should take a quick step back, but Koala has kind of a standard whiteboard with all the tools that you would find in a remote whiteboard, with drawing and text and images and PowerPoint and PDF upload, that kind of stuff. So this is more of a standard collaborative whiteboard. Mm-hmm. But we also have a co-browser. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with what a co-browser is. And if you aren't, I can quickly brush upon that. Let me know if you need.
That'd be great. Okay, a lot of people love that, and I know for certain curriculums this is necessary if you want kids to be able to click on the screen. So
totally, yeah. So the co-browser is essentially, you can imagine, it's a browser inside of Koala that is shared with your student. So if your student is in the room with you, they see the same thing, but they can also control the browser as if it was their own browser. So let's say, for example, you have a game online. obviously as a teacher, you can play the game, but that's not very interesting. What you really want is your student to play the game. And so you can just, allow them to play and they can play. And it's the difference with, for example, Zoom remote control is that you're not sharing cursors. You're not sharing a computer. You're not like cursor fighting. This is more like everybody has their own cursor and everybody can control the browser separately. So this is a very powerful tool. Yeah.
And it works if they're on Chromebook, iPad, touchscreen as well.
Yeah.
That is huge. We've always got that one kid who's like, teacher, I can't.
Yeah, I'm on Chromebook. Yeah. So that's the second tool that we usually show, co-browser. Whiteboard, co-browser, and the third one that's growing in popularity is Playground. And that's going to be that little scroll at the bottom right here of the screen. And when you click on that, it opens, kind of looks like a video game. You'll see. So the first contact with Playground is usually your avatar falling down from the sky in their parachute like that. And in Playground, the first thing that you'll probably be doing is changing your avatar. So right now, this is the standard one. You can click over here, change your skin tone, your lips, your glasses, etc. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to change my shoes here because I don't like the boots. Okay, I'm just going to make them blue. That's great. And maybe my shirt. It's because it's kind of summer right now. So let's head over and grab a t-shirt. Perfect. So that's sometimes and oftentimes that exercise of changing your avatar is actually a fun, icebreaker moment where you get to like speak English if you teach ESL, for example.
This is the immersive stuff that we need to be using. So totally.
Yeah. So obviously your student will have their own avatar. You have your own avatar as a teacher, and you can walk around. So they can first, maybe the second thing you'll learn is how to move around. So there's two different views. There's this view here like top down. There's another view first person like this. I prefer this view where you kind of see the world from the point of view of your avatar. And that really is super immersive in my opinion. You get to really walk around, look around. You can draw on things. You can draw anywhere actually. There's no limit to where you can draw in this world. You can even change the world completely. Let's say, for example, you don't want this grass here anymore. You can just click on the shovel and shovel out the grass.
No way.
And maybe you can replace it with, let's see, we want to replace it with brick. I love brick. I don't know.
Ice.
Here we go. Oh, ice is even more fun. But yeah, so you can imagine you can build a wall. You can build a whole. People go insane. I mean, it's pretty insane what you can do with these simple tools, really. And we know teachers. I mean, there's plenty of examples of teachers that just do incredible stuff.
And then I hear somebody saying, "But how do I get my kid off the playground and back into the lesson or back to the whatever content?" What is that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. You're in full control. So at any point, you can close Playground, go back to the lesson, go back to the co-browser. They're just following you. I mean, there's no they can't go to Playground on their own.
Yeah.
You're the one who decides when we go to Playground. And even when you are in Playground, let's say, because in Playground, you can actually upload your own documents and images and material. So let's say, for example, on this
right? There's Jamboard, Wizimo.
Yeah. Not yet, but you can, we'll get it.
Okay, we'll get it. I put in the request.
Yeah. That's getting there. But anyways, you can upload your own images, your own documents. Let's say, for example, you have a worksheet or something like this particular one. It's kind of small right now. Let me make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. There we go. So that's great. But like you say, your student could be walking around, jumping in the water, building their castle, whatever they're doing. You want them to focus on a sheet. You can do this by using a focus tool. We have this thing here, very, very popular. Click on this. Click on the tool. Everybody is focused. Your student, wherever they were, teleported to this view, and they are forced to look at what you're looking at. You can even zoom into different parts and words and have them draw and have them highlight, et cetera, et cetera. So very, very brief overview. I don't want to take all the time here, but it gives you an idea of the kind of things you can do. We also have a marketplace that's powered by teachers. Teachers. Oh, quickly.
Ben, maybe Melissa, did you have any comments about from the perspective of a language teacher?
I feel like something big for me and something that families give me feedback on why I know my students, I'm the right teacher for my students, is that I have rapport that I've built with them. And so I can just see the t-shirt color, the shoes, you're hearing student preferences, you're hearing, their tendencies, where they're going to go. You get to know them. And this is kind of a routine that you guys build. So I really love that. But tell us more. This little marketplace sounds really cool.
Actually, if I can,
kind of run by teachers.
Totally.
If I can jump in real quick, because you made that comment at the beginning, Melissa, about immersion and how it's probably the best way to learn a foreign language. Because I teach French every week to a little girl in Estonia, and this is kind of the next best thing. Like, of course, she would learn French. The best way is to send her to Paris, and she gets lost, and she has to ask people and talk to people and live there for a month. But the next best thing is playground, because suddenly you can have those conversations that you don't have in front of a slide deck. Like, follow me, turn right, turn left, let's jump. What is this? Oh, let's change our avatar. Like, you can have a lot of immersive style conversations that you don't have.
Natural language that we use every day.
Language.
That is not classroom academic language. Absolutely. Oh my word, where are we?
I have to show you. I have to show this. This is a classroom that's created by Emily. By the way, you can also find it on the marketplace. She sells it under the name ESL. If you just look ESL, you'll find, and under playground, immersive ESL Dream Home. That's her activity. She has many, and a lot of other teachers have tons of content on the marketplace that's pre-created for you. Once you buy it, it's yours. You own it. You do whatever you want with it. But this is one of my favorites, simply because she built an entire house, okay, and in which you have all the different rooms. So there's a living room, there's a dog, there's like a library, there's family pictures, there's even like little tags where the student can go and place the tags wherever relevant. So for example, family photos over here, coat closet probably somewhere over there, right? You can see the coats. Et cetera, et cetera. So you can go and really just be immersed. So then if I walk around, you'll see there's like a kitchen, and we can pretend that we're cooking. And if you open the fridge, you see there's all these ingredients. Also, you can close the fridge. There's all the stove. I mean, so much stuff to talk about here, and so much you can do with this. And she has ideas of exercises you can do and things you can talk about. For example, instructions: set the table for dinner, set the table with a plate, a bowl, a fork, etc. So you can have them really, really be immersed in a household where people speak English.
This is so cool. Well, bravo, Emily, for creating something like this.
It's insane.
So you're telling me there's like a whole marketplace of things in there, and I was bopping around in there a bit ago, and there's free stuff, there's paid stuff.
Absolutely.
There's whole lesson, like whole houses. Apparently, I missed that. But also, topical lessons. So if you were looking for something in particular, you could just go for that.
Absolutely. And the marketplace is full of playground stuff. So there's this 3D worlds like these, but there's also assets for the whiteboard. If you want to, there's like pre-built whiteboard slides that can be used for different things. Just use the filters on the left, and you should be able to find what you want. We also have a search at the top. There's more and more people creating stuff, and every week we have 5, 6, 7 new things that are published here. So
that is so cool.
It's really cool.
Okay, now tech issues. Something happens. You were mentioning earlier. You're kind of what some of us may remember back in the old days as like a fireman. Is that kind of an?
We have a fireman. The equivalent fireman is the koala at the bottom right here, the 24/7 help chat. So we provide 24/7 help. We have people around the clock that will help you. So they'll help you in different ways. If you need if you need somebody to come in your room and show you something or help with a student, we can do that. We jump in your room and we'll help. If you just need like advice or recommendations or anything really, just reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you, of course. Sometimes it'll be me, sometimes it'll be Xav, but we also have other folks.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love this. Xavier, do you have anything else to add on that? I didn't want to cut you off in case you did.
Just if there's one takeaway, we have, think about that 24/7 live support by a real person. It actually makes us really happy to talk to you, to provide some training. We know that playground, which Ben just showed, can be scary. We know that you're probably not a video gamer. And it's totally okay. You can use Koala Go without the playground. You can use whiteboard and the co-browser and screen sharing. You are used to all those tools. And whenever you're ready, you can use playground. Give it a shot. We know that you are getting out of your comfort zone by going to playground, but your kids are constantly outside of their comfort zone, right? So if you take them to a place where you're outside of your comfort zone and they are actually super comfortable because it feels like Minecraft or Roblox.
Exactly.
It switches the dynamic of power a little bit. They're teaching you, it's empowering for them. For the kids that have a trauma associated with something that feels like a classroom, it goes away immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that you will create that bond with those kids that will never go away.
Yeah.
And so I encourage you to give it a shot. And we're here if you need any help.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so if we're coming back again to this idea of helping teachers be financially successful, you guys have shown us that we're able to invoice and we don't have to be Stripe verified, correct?
No,
Right.
No, we
Don't
support
have to be
Wise and PayPal as a backend. Yeah.
Oh, very good too.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, as I work with teachers who are just starting to get off of platforms and independent in terms of their teaching, this is one of the big hurdles. So for those who either can't due to where they live or don't want to go through the whole process, that's huge. I love that there's the ability for perhaps in the future and the very near future, some recording sharing. Is that true? Did I hear from the grapevine?
It's very, 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 very near.
Very near.
Maybe
Very
days-
near.
days away.
Maybe in 2 days we'll have recording.
So
Where
Kristen,
it's in the testing phase. So right now we're
we're
making
testing
sure that it's working, that it's proper, that it doesn't break.
that's
And
amazing.
then once we're happy with it, we'll be publishing it. So
And that is huge. And that's something that I was mentioning a few minutes ago. I'm bringing on some new students. And so how do I justify my price? Again, being financially successful, I have a price in mind hourly that I need to charge in order to meet my financial goals. It's an easy yes or no. If the parent is like, I can't pay you that. Can we lower the price a little bit? We may not be the best fit. Let's work on something else. But having that price in mind then allows me to say, here's why. I'm going to give you a recording. I'm going to give you homework if you'd like. I'm going to give you access to this. I'm going to give you X, Y, and Z. We've got an easy way for you to pay. It's all very official. There's no, is she really going to show up and teach, or is she just going to run away with my money? There's a lot in place that helps you be financially successful when you're working with something like this, a tool like this. So I love it. So keeping that in mind, there's also, when I talk about scaling, there's also the idea of being an affiliate. You guys have an affiliate program in place. Do you want to just give a brief overview of what that looks like?
Yeah, for sure. So the affiliate program is today it's accessible for teachers who use Koala and who have experience, who have taught a certain number of classes and who are comfortable enough so that they can train other teachers. Mm-hmm. So if you are interested and if you're currently a Koala teacher, reach out to us and we'll give you some details on the terms. But at a higher level, if you're an affiliate, you get... So if you're an affiliate and you refer another teacher who signs up, you get, I believe it's 70% of their first month subscription, and they get 20% off for a full year.
Wow.
So Melissa, I think you're an affiliate, a Koala affiliate today?
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah. So I guess you're going to put your link in the description and people can use that. And they'll get 20% off, which they honestly can't get anyway. There's no other way to get that 20% discount.
Yeah. So that'll be in the description of this video. It's already there, but that is huge. And again, scaling your business, teachers who are watching this, when we talk about scaling and diversifying, affiliate marketing is one of them. And I unabashedly talk about the things that I love. And so when I find a tool like this that, is able to have an affiliate program running, that's huge. And 70%, you don't find that anywhere else. So thank you for appreciating the teachers who love what you do anyway. The other thing is support for families. I noticed that you guys have even Chinese language instruction videos, right? That's amazing. Tell us a little bit about that. Have you had a lot of teachers kind of take advantage of that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so maybe if I can interject on that one, Xav. So we have lots of resources in Chinese. Like, first of all, the whole student experience is all location based. So if they're in China, it's all going to be in Chinese. Mm-hmm. It's very hand holding. You don't have to create accounts. The other thing that we've been working hard on is like you said, working on like videos. So we have we have a very successful video that in the past that we've created in Chinese that helps parents get caught up, and we've decided to update it to like the most recent developments in Koala, and so it should come out very, very soon, right, Xav? The Chinese video.
Yeah. Yeah, it so happens that my wife is a Chinese teacher, so that helps to shoot those videos. So she shoots those videos, and we constantly update them. So there's one hosted on Bilibili in Chinese by her, who explains to parents, hey, here's the device you can use, here's the device you should not use. Please don't open this link in WeChat because it won't be supported. Here's how to pay an invoice, those type of information.
That's huge.
And we also have a student manual. So I know when we think manual, we think like IKEA manual, but no, that's not what I mean. I'll quickly show this if that's okay.
Sure.
It's kind of a valuable resource, I would say. If you head over to our website, teachwithkoala.com, and you scroll down for a little, you'll see a section called Koala Go User Guide.
Mm-hmm.
And under student, we have all these languages that we support, English, Chinese, etc. If you pick let's say the English version, for example, this is sort of a step-by-step guide for how to join the class the first time, basically. Yeah. So what material do you need? What are the system requirements? And most importantly, I think, is this particular page where it shows you step 1, step 2, step 3, and you're in. That's it.
That's huge.
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're joking. If you need help, I think all three of us are married to speakers of other languages as well. So if you need help with that Spanish, holler. Me and my husband got you.
Yeah.
Where's your husband from?
From Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Where we live. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Yeah. Well, I love that. That's just really nice, especially as a parent I have 4 kids, and our 4 kids take French online. Probably you should be with you guys. But as they learn, I'm so grateful that their teacher is also fluent in English, because I'm constantly like, and what does this mean? And what do we do with this? Yeah. So that's huge. Well, awesome. Now, as we finish up, you've given us the link to Teach with Koala. And then also, if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw those in the chat now, just while we've got Ben and Xav. But I want to know, just in talking with people who have created amazing educational tools, this is such a process for y'all. And so I want to know, what's the best part of seeing Koala in action for you? Seeing it out in the wild, what's the best part that's kind of popped up in the past few years for you guys?
I would say for me, the best part is hearing the stories of kids being excited. That's just incredible for me. I mean, we hear these stories every day, right? But sometimes teachers will post like little videos of their experience for that day, or they'll post a little testimony on our Facebook group. Mm-hmm. And that's what I live for. I mean, it's just incredible to hear these, not just like, obviously that the student was excited and fun and had fun, but the bonding moment that they have with the teacher. Yeah. And oftentimes this bonding moment, obviously, is incredibly important for the teacher, so much so that they feel compelled to share it with us. Mm-hmm. So that's really powerful for me.
That's huge. Oh man. Zach?
Me, I mean, for me, it's just what's been the most gratifying for me, and I think for Ben is very close, is the relationship with teachers. Because like we are in a society where, you got to admit it, teachers are not well paid. They're not at the top of the social status pyramid. Mm-hmm. And for us, because we come from families of teachers, it's really natural for us to care for teachers. And it's shocking how surprised they are that they're being taken care of. And of course, we're not perfect. And I'm sure there's a lot of people we could have served better. But this has been, like, the relationship with teachers is what makes it a fantastic experience for us, and which is, where we draw all our motivation from.
I'm clapping for you guys. I've been receiving your emails for years, and so I've gotten to kind of see what's coming up next, what you're working on, asking for feedback. So whenever there's a tool that's been around for this long, survived this long, you've had such an impact, and you continue to grow and add new stuff. I mean, that's huge for me. So I'm really excited to see more people hop on board with this. So thank you so much for your time today. Where can people find more info about Koala if they would like to search out more?
I mean, the best place is to follow Melissa's affiliate link in the description, and it will take you to a page that tells you about Koala Go, and that allows you to sign up for the free version. And if eventually you want the paid version, you'll have a 20% discount.
And we do weekly webinars on actually Tuesdays. So definitely check those out. I think, they're really fun for me because I get to talk to really cool teachers, and they always have really fun things to tell me. So,
but they're so informative. I've popped in on them,
okay,
and so it's really helpful. So I really appreciate it.
So I would recommend that you guys join if you can.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you again, guys. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for being here. If you are watching from home, and we'll see you later.
Thank you,
Happy
Melissa.
teaching. Bye,
All right.
guys.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.